Travis Bagent looked on fire in round 2. Like he was really going for it. So welcome arm wrestling fans, I'm Pradeep from Arm Wrestling News. In this video we are going to talk about the other two matches. That was Wayne Withers versus Jaggers and Travis Bagent versus Brandon Elsessor left-handed. The big match. So Wayne Withers completely dominated his opponent 3-0. Top roll win, wasn't close. But still good to see the last minute edition or last week edition I should say, but that match was announced shortly before the pay-per-view event. And talking about Travis Bagent versus Brandon Elsessor left-handed, I asked Travis Bagent whether he's competing only to increase the pay-per-views or he wants to legitimately test himself if he's ready for the top dogs yet or not. And Travis Bagent surprisingly said or admitted that he's competing only to increase the pay-per-view sales. But he wanted this match to be a best 3 out of 2. Travis knows that his endurance is not at that level, at least not yet, with just a week of training, maybe less than that, maybe 3-4 days he trained for this match, maybe 5 days. And he was still saying that, oh man, I'm feeling really tight on the left side, this left arm is coming. So he definitely wanted to win that match, even though he said that it is for the pay-per-views. That is why a best 2 out of 3 rounds. So round 1 started. This slipped very easily. Didn't even try to hold on. Just slipped. Traditional slip. Let go of the hands. And as expected, inside the straps, Travis Bagent with his hit was able to take his hand. Was able to take Brandon Elsessor's hand right to the pad. To me, if I'm being honest, it looked like a pin to me. Like we talked about the Lachlan Adair versus Todd Hutchings match, round 1. That did not look like a pin. If that was a pin for the referees, this should surely have been a pin. But again, it doesn't really matter. Or maybe it could have mattered. Maybe, who knows. But it looked like a pin. I'm not a referee. Referee are those guys. They saw better. So it was not a pin. So Travis did at least, I would say, 5 surges trying to pin. 1 or 2 looked like a pin. Others didn't. Others clearly weren't no pins. Even with the broken wrist, he was holding him, bringing him to the center, then Travis was hitting again, then bringing to the center, maybe to his own side also. At one time he was laughing, then Travis hit him again to the side, and then when he was about to pin him, Travis, in attempt of hitting again, did second foul. So 2 fouls for Travis Bagent. Decided to lose on fouls rather than getting pinned. Probably a good decision. And round 2, when the buckle was on Brandon Elsessor's hand, Travis Bagent was a completely different beast, and like he pinned him in less than a second, half a second maybe. So I think this match could have been decided on who had the buckle on his hand, who had the bad side of the strap. This match could really have been decided just by the toss. I don't know if there was a toss or not. So round 3, again almost the same story. Slipped without much effort. Travis had the greater hand control. He had the opportunity to climb, but still he decided to let go. And inside the straps, Travis hit him almost to the pad with a broken wrist. He stopped Travis, brought him back again. Same thing 4-5 times Travis tried to hit, but then he kind of started laughing, Brandon Elsessor. Then he stood up and pressed Travis Bagent to the pad. So Brandon Elsessor was your winner, is your winner, 2 pins to 1 against Travis Bagent. And I was expecting Travis Bagent to be kind of laughing and enjoying this moment. But man, did he look salty in front of that camera. It means he really wanted that win. Because we saw in that Paul Italia interview, Travis Bagent has said that he wants a match, or he will be willing to have a match against Alexy Voevoda and or Denis left-handed. Voevoda right-handed, Denis left-handed in the future. Because he thinks that even if the organization money isn't there, he can also arrange sponsors for himself for such a huge matchup like that. And he genuinely looked interested. He almost kind of called out Denis and Alexey Voevoda for a match. And to me, he looked genuine during that call out. Because he even mentioned that Denis it is good to challenge Denis especially when he's not that great anymore. So Travis admits that maybe his only chance of beating Denis could be 5-6 months away from right now if he trains like really hard. Maybe not even then, who knows. But Travis lost this match, big setback for him. He hadn't trained much. He needs to train. This is quite obvious. He did not look like a greatly shaped athlete at all. But one thing about Travis, I would like to let's talk about the event right now, the pay-per-view. People are complaining. One thing for sure, the audio really bad. Whenever the crowd shouted, the ears were hurting. Worst audio out of any pay-per-views, even worse than Michael Todd's heavy breathing. So these things need to be figured out. Some guys like to say that, oh, people just complain. No, complaining is for improvement. If nobody complained, then why would anyone improve? So complaining is a must. I don't mind complaining about others events. When there is something to improve, I think you should complain. And refing, can you imagine 4 super matches ended in about 40 minutes? And Travis Bagent is a really cool ref. Like, he doesn't mess around with the gripping. He just holds your hands together, lets you close your hand, and then let's go. 4 super matches in 40 minutes, no messing around. Robert Kelly, Damon Ransom, both super fair in the grip. And the other match, Travis Bagent, final match, Travis Bagent versus Brendan Elsessor, super comfortable in the grip, no messing around. Same Todd Hutchings, Lachlan Dare, and Wayne Withers match. Everyone was like super patient, super calm, super supportive, and just taking the grip. And the match started just like that. No time wastage at all. So I think the pay-per-view was still worth it. Bad audio, but we have to deal with it. Still in the initial stages, we need to figure these things out. Or at least, like right now, there is not enough money in arm wrestling in the pay-per-views to hire guys to do these sort of things. So that is why people, when they try to do it themselves, when they don't really know what they're doing, this is when these mess ups happen. So hopefully you enjoyed the interview, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone who thinks like you. My name is Pradeep, and I thank you so much for watching.